Hello, hello, everyone. It is Honkai Star Rail 3.4 time. This is an hour-long live stream, so let's just get right into it. It's a bit of a delay in the music. We could probably raise up the volume a little bit. Get right into it. Delays. God, I love this. Alright. Skip a few. Ooh, 5 on the dot. I'm so good at this. Loading system. Sponsored by Lady Aglaya. This is like an in memoriam? Oh.
神々よ、ご覧ください。オンパロスは勝利を収め、再創期が間もなく訪れます。
Why is it in Japanese?
本当にそうでしょうか。
最近エルシオンの景色が
Yeah, bye. Bye, David.
最後の一人になったとしても再創生の偉業を成し遂げ
I'm in the English one, right? Yeah. Why is it Japanese? Okay. Speakers never ever speak English so much that they infect those around them.
てください。
Okay.
新世界は必ず訪れる。黎明を灯す。
We're fighting in a place we've been to before.
星々を燃やし尽くす。諸行をもたらそう。
Damn. Panicodian Holy Grail War.
あなたが私のマスターか。燃え立て、騎士の魂よ。暴風よ、舞い上がれ。
もう少し手応えがあると思ったのね。
It's the boner guy.
機は熟した。逃げ場はない。
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせ。セイバー。
Oh, they're just gonna put in a lot of new characters. Whoa. Oh, we can see his face. Slade. Wait, Lancer?
行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
Roll Maiden.
お任せを。
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって来世に暁を。
Yeah, get your codes. What else is going on in that? This trail was kind of...
最後の一人になったとしても
Like, it's kind of confusing because they're like mixing in the Holy Grail shit with the actual story. It was like, brother, how am I supposed to follow along? What? Yeah, that's... Yeah, so what's his face gets fucking murked. That's cool. His face comes off and... What's up with my hand? Oh, is that just like the avatar marker thing for Fate? I think that's all that is. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's Lancer, 100%. Oh, he has a casual fit on too.
行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
キノコにも伝説はあれど英雄はいないと。お任せを。
私見ました。壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって
Destruction Synthesis 4. I mean, the destruction thing... Okay, now saying this design, it makes way more sense why he's a destruction unit, because dude, he looks like Nanook. he is so Nanook. He's like the most Nanook thing we've seen since Nanook. He's Nanook without the melanin. Be funny to put in more bug lore. Where Liga's dying is sad, but hey, without his saber. Yep. Nah, he's a robot. He'll be fine. Anyway, get your codes. As we just, I don't know, use Linux. Yeah, if this wasn't a sign that this world is a simulation, I don't know what is.
Hey, Mr.
Oh,
Albert?
English.
Hello.
Albert.
Woo! And whether or not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon.
I'll just shit my happy ass right here.
Welcome to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die.
Yay!
Special program.
Kill the
I'm your
star!
most beloved
Kill
host,
the sun!
Albert.
Nothing will go wrong.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Phainon.
Hello,
so happy
I'm going
be
to
on the
destroy the
special
world.
program. Hello, everyone. I'm Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of you again. Did you miss me?
No.
Of course we missed you.
Put that
dear
stick
guests,
away, Albert.
Welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
The burning sky.
He's not
and the
wrong.
Fall of dawn.
3.3 was solid.
Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our Chrysosair companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and Phainon, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
We already found out the truth. So what do a few
They're also very dead.
sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Phainon is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphora's
Yeah, he got
about to reveal
Samora.
itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphora's is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example,
What was that 60? Let me tell a tale of a swarm of nymphs that chased the scorching dawn. The paean of Aranova. For they rose from the gate and reached the throne. For they walked through the petals in the land of repose, yet finally at dawn's rise.
when we went to fight Aquila,
All
we
ends are
noticed that the Eye of
beginnings and
Twilight
whatnot.
seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoris and lay out our suspicions and clues we have. First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
In addition, that Tin Man Ligus
Yeah, I don't know
is
anything
also
about path
pretty
swapping, nope.
suspicious. He and Phainon had a pretty significant conversation in the vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Ligus doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see?
Was dying in the trailer a part of it? I wish to silently observe what's going on in the crisis. Ah!
That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, Maybe Amphorius is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphorius is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's era nova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Era Nova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphorius. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Era Nova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Era Nova...
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Phainon and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers
trust
won't
your
betray the
buds.
sincerity you've shown them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphorius. They'll be returning to the battlefield.
So some
with
of
a
the pixelated
very important
chimeras on the taskbar.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Phainon. That Phainon we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Well, maybe that Phainon isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Oh?
But I'll leave the specific details for
Oh
everyone to
yeah, there was a his name was just like a that off yellow box, wasn't it? Like us watching his Phainon bum synchronized with the late HI3 Kevin Kozlada to pull out to put the original lands. Yeah, he's swapping the lance with a Dawn Baker, which could be Lance. Maybe, I don't
find
know.
out themselves in the game in version 3.4. I've actually got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphorius'
Lance
true
on Preservation
nature.
Trailblazer. Oh,
As I've written, was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends'
it's a
stories.
bum in comparison.
Now, even its appearance has changed.
Well, nobody was
It feels
Preservation
like something
Trailblazer.
big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphorius' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4.
Let's go! It doesn't matter for me.
Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own.
Oh, you get like a
preferences.
Spark
In
Notes.
version 3.6.
That's good.
there'll
That's good for
also be
people.
A story recap function. Stay tuned.
Hasn't there been
But
a
of
story
course,
recap function
as
though?
we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness
Finally,
the
a
truth
feature
and
I
the
will never
fate of this
use.
world.
I mean, this is like a long requested feature, but honestly, like, this is also kind of Hoyo's fault for not actually delivering a compelling enough story for people to want to like listen to. Also, some people, they just care about the game and not what the hell's going on, so that too.
And the myriad Celestia that Mr. Shao Ji hinted at
Yep,
in the
there he
version
is.
3.2 preview is
Here's
finally going
Fraud G.
live soon.
He's doing
Oh.
Aeon stuff.
You mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short
Ooh.
contains a very important part of the story in
It's a
version
little Kevin. Duh.
3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song. So don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice.
I mean, this trailer is gonna be in the game anyway, right? That's what they did with Castrus, right? Or is this like more white woman privilege?
Can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Next, why don't we turn our attention to our good friend Phainon and take a look
But we're betting
at the story together.
betting that thing is not going to be in the game despite being important. Man. Whoa. There's our boy. God damn.
What in
Holy shit. Holy animation power creep Batman. Holy god damn. Wait, what was this move? Like this ultimate just looked like it just kept going. Right? Like, okay, he builds up enough stacks and he's like, damn, look at me, look at my aura. And he like carves data out from the sky. Uses his big ass sword, cleaves the ground, cuts that shit. And it's just like, oh, I'm not done yet. Here's a meteor. Slams a meteor in the ground. And he's like, wait, I'm not done yet. And then he just like implode. And then he's like, okay, now I'm back.
What in the world?
Holy shit. You really just gave this guy his install infinite aura and then gave up him longevity issues that will neuter him in 3 months toss. Well, I mean, that's the fate of like a male DPS and not even big 2025, big star rail.
What happened to Phainon to make him change this much?
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know. Now he seems strange and formidable.
Oh, could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius.
Hey, he was such a
Phainon
good
was
boy.
one of the first Chrysosairs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Phainon carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism and allowing Phainon to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious.
I guess there should just be that thing. It's like, okay, it's called the Deliverer. What's he delivering and delivering us from what? Still, because I'm above Fraudgy? I mean, like, Phainon is dope. Like, after those animations, that's a fucking dope-ass shit. But I'm a bit conflicted on if I want to get him, and I think when we see the banners, they can explain my dilemma a little bit more. But we'll get there.
Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small, remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful place.
It
Not gonna lie, when I saw this in the first trailer they showed, I'm just like, wait, is that just the Lafu?
was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well.
And now it turns out it's just whatever the Chinese country is in Genshin.
There were also beautiful
Liyue.
rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd
He's
go
a
play
little
with my
fairy
friends by
boy.
the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our, swordsmanship. When we got tired, we went to
And
lie down in
pies.
the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too.
Wait, why are we revisiting this place that the black tide took it? Or was it always okay?
Lying there, surrounded by golden waves of wheat,
Just
with the
thought
breeze
about that.
carrying that sweet malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what? You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Phainon's past, how he became a warrior, joined the flame chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
Remember the core flame trial we saw drags you through memories? Oh, yeah. We're going through memories, but they'll be permanent for exploration purposes.
These days, Phainon just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on, no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphorius needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Phainon's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphorius are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Phainon make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Phainon performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Phainon can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability,
I am a
Phainon
hyper
will deal
carry
even
unit.
more damage.
Oh
When I
boy.
use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Phainon powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action, while he faces the enemy head-on with newfound strength.
All alone? That sounds way too risky.
Oh.
No worries. All the talents and buffs from Phainon's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Interesting.
After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: creation, calamity, and foundation.
Oh my god, we finally have a unit that can do a third thing. It's crazy.
Each with a brand new ability.
That's like not as
Care to
old.
Elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the creation titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the calamity titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack.
Also, I just realized his HP bar got a lot bigger.
Once all enemies have taken action,
He's like a mini
I
boss.
retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. if I've maxed out the consumable Scourge charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Phainon will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Phainon's technique is pretty.
Okay, so it actually like turns off a screen? I thought that was just for the trailer. Huh. This game is not a civilization. It's not a simulation, I swear. One of the parties you can get in Ruin is actually dedicated to setting up a primary character to become the boss and 1v5 everything. How can I make this about Project Mode?
Unique too.
Mission
While casting
accomplished.
it, Phainon instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait, all enemies? That's nuts.
Okay, when I saw the core flame thing, I'm just like, hey, look, it's Acheron. And now seeing the technique, I'm like, okay,
Of course,
it's more
power comes with a
Acheron.
cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
Oh,
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Phainon's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
then what's the point? It uses 2, but you still get 4 uses. Okay, game.
When I use my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
All right, now that we've wrapped up Phainon's combat abilities, it's time to
Yeah, I can use those 8 technique points to finally high roll for Aventurine.
bring you some updates on a few familiar faces. In version 3.4, Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jingliu are all getting some serious enhancements.
Yeah, I care about 3 of them.
Oh! Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Please do tell us why you're... Please do tell us why it took us so long to patch a
Let's
character.
start with Silverwolf. After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Okay, so it's in line
Exactly.
with the other ones.
Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top
Ooh.
of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
So she can spam
that
her
makes
ult.
it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And
Well,
whenever a
that's what
teammate
she
hits an
does.
enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack.
Oh, okay.
After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate,
Did it already do that, though?
recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After
All
the
right.
update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good observation. A
Yippee!
change will happen to Jingliu as well.
Too bad Saber's coming out this patch, so...
Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jingliu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration
Oh, she gets 4
state lasts
now.
longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability
I mean, yeah, I'd say for... I might have done that on purpose. I mean, it made sense for the Stellaron Hunters to get a buff because it's like, those are fan favorite characters. And now that I think about the last few weeks, I'm just like, okay, why Jingliu? And it's like, okay, well, clearly the Herda is just like gonna outclass her. She is the best ice damage dealer. Actually, she's just like the best damage dealer, period. So making Jingliu more of like an HP focused character instead of just like the normal like DPS. It does give Jingliu a niche, which definitely helps her, that's for sure.
Reworks. Won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa.
Also, yeah, Imbibitor Lune can, I guess, go suck a D.
Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
Oh.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely. So
Why would you ever want to do that? I guess for a challenge?
choose whichever version you like best.
I guess for a
more
challenge, I
details,
don't
be
know.
sure to keep an eye out for official announcements.
Sounds good.
The character buffs are good,
Aside
that's for
from the
sure.
ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version
But keep in mind, though, these characters aren't getting buffed because they're bad to begin with. These were characters that were really good when they came out, and the game just decided to, like, make them irrelevant. And the game's going to keep doing that with the more characters they launch, because, this game isn't balanced.
in 3.4,
This game doesn't know how to do balance.
Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
Ah,
A new
look
outfit.
at that.
Ooh, let's take a look at the video clip first.
Mm. Remember I said, oh, I think this was done during the preview. Oh, man. If being Firefly's #1 hater, like if that title was gone for a while, it has come back.
With her school uniform on, Firefly.
Now, I don't dislike the fact that she got like an outfit. I mean, the output for alternate outfits for HSR is actually like pitiful, I'd say. Especially of a game like Weathering Waves, which is a much more complicated game, and they're able to like churn out outfits more than HSR, and that game's existed for a lot less time. But I think the fact that it's Firefly, it's I don't know. Because you're only going to see like this outfit like in the overworld, and then for Sam, you're only going to see it in combat. And Sam, it does like a little bit different. There's like more turquoise and like gold lines. Like the helmet looks a little bit different. But it's honestly like not enough, you know? Also, this outfit is just stupid generic. It's just like a sailor uniform. That's it. And honestly, much like March's outfit, the base is just better. There's like no reason to get this at all. And of course they slap an outfit on a character I just don't like. So, I don't know. And it's weird too because like again, not to bring up the whole they're under the same roof, but like Genshin has better alternates so far, and they have more. Granted, they do like 3 like every Chinese New Year, which is more than what Honkai is doing. And goddamn ZZZ, how many outfits do they have? Like 4? And they all look great. I don't know, man. Yeah, this stinks. This stinks. I don't know if I was getting an outfit if there was a Stellar Hunter tux. Yeah, why can't we get like Bladed a tux? Like in that one cutscene. Fuck, why can't we get Firefly in a tux? She had that too. I just... I mean, I guess you buff the Stellaron Hunters and be like, hey, we can give the other one a cute outfit because wife material, am I right? Although, I don't know, school uniform doesn't exactly scream wife material, but what do I know?
Looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest? You can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well, Miss Kafka does have an eye for style. They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
Even her mech's had a makeover. You think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New theme, new colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners.
All right. Well, there's a new light code. We got a little pink-haired girl up at the top. She looks familiar. Also, that light cone for Kevin looks sick. I mean, I'm just kind of like a fan of just like outlined in minimal colors. So just seeing like all those. It doesn't help that it also just like really like that color combination of just like white, blue, gold, and black. I'm a simple man.
In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Phainon, and the limited 5-star
And taking it on the Bader's good.
Plus Burns the Dawn will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page, is being added to the first half banner. At the same time, we'll also kick off.
At 3 patches later, Triby's oh, wait, what? Oh no.
Up a special warp event. The limited 5-star characters, Treevy, Sunday,
You son of a bitch.
and Sparkle are coming back.
He was the real one I wanted to
5-star
wait.
light cones, if time were a flower, a grounded ascent, and earthly escapade will return as well.
And I wanted to get her like one at some point.
In the second half of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star
Okay.
characters, Firefly,
Here's the buffed
Julio,
characters.
and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones. Whereabouts your dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
Two of our newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version. What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back.
Kind of funny that Blade is added to the standard pool. They're just like, yeah, here you go. But damn, man. Hoyo's gonna make so much fucking money this patch. It is going to be absolutely stupid.
Back in version 3.5. And the limited 5-star light cones, Patience is All You Need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
Yay, they're in 3.5.
Also, 8 new 4-star light cones will be added to the Nameless Honor rewards in version 3.4.
Nameless Honor, I don't buy that thing anymore. What the fuck?
I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones. There are a few mini versions of Chrysos heirs.
Looks like Phainon really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress.
Bro, Noxa looks...
Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming.
Getting
No
power
way.
crap by not spending? Well, sorry, I don't want to support a company that has a global passive in it anymore. Sorry. Yes, I am that petty. Okay, get your code. Get them. Oh, I saw the preview. Son of a bitch.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the events.
Originality is dead. Let's go.
This version. A piece of good news comes from Penacony at the other end of the cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
Yay.
Is that the Cute Match 3 game?
Another
That's
returning
right. The International
event.
Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote this arcade game full of Pentaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course! This time, the two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra moves.
You can also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no!
Was this how it played
I see
before, or was it just like
obstacles popping up on the
turn-based?
field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or
Oh yeah,
obstacle.
the item system.
Spicy Bomb can turn a
New.
fruit into
Okay.
a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field.
It's still
Leveling
largely
up
the
items
same
will also
game.
make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can
Unless the
turn
items
the
are that
tide
much of a
and
game
deliver
changer.
A powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle
I'm here to
against
play them
many old
arcade
friends in
machines.
this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe. This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Clash will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming
I just find it weird that they're just gonna like rotate multiplayer game modes instead of just like having them there. But I guess they're maybe just worried about like, I don't know, people actually like playing them, but I don't know. It's not like this game has a large install base or anything. That's just me though.
paper birds.
All right, let us continue with more version content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns as usual in version 3.4.
Yay!
Awesome.
Free 10
The Planar
polls.
Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return.
Yay! More
Complete the challenges
garbage.
to get double rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online.
Yeah, sorry. So because my brain's weird, I when it said charred bud of twilight, my brain I think just autocorrected it to charred chud. Oh god damn. Sorry, I think I got hiccups because my idiocy made me laugh. You got a farm for the charred chud of twilight. Anybody think better be like 30 minutes long if I want to get it with bringing back birds.
And you can obtain the Ascension
I
material,
bet the animated
Charred
thing would
Bud of
be
Twilight, for win
5
characters upon
minutes.
completing the challenge.
At the same time, the planar ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams,
Oh god,
and
more planar
Revelry by
ornaments
the Sea
already?
will also come online. Trailblazers can
Has it
obtain
been that
them
long?
in the Divergent universe.
Ah, why did my seat collapse?
You got a fat ass, Kevin. I mean,
I'd
what?
like to share with you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held
Ah, that's
in
cool for
core
the people that
cities
are
in 6
actually
Southeast
partaking in Hoyo
Asian
Fest.
countries.
That's right. We've also prepared
I'm
a
happy
lot
for
of
you guys.
event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
I feel like they've been to an anime expo before, right? It'd be weird if they weren't.
A special panel for Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime Expo, featuring several special guests.
Oh, his trash taste. Oh, they have not played this game in like a year and a half.
Please keep an eye out for more info and official announcements.
Maybe Garnt has.
See you at Anime Expo.
Nobody else.
Thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see. We're almost out of time. We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
You seem mighty busy, Owlbert.
Well, I am a professional super host.
What's going on?
Goodness, Albert.
Hey, what's going on?
You have been summoned.
Whether or not your world has the concept
Bouncing
of
out
a
my booty
holy
cheeks. He's
grail.
here.
Welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night
I can move back.
Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Ah, long time no see, everyone. I'm Aventurine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy.
So nice for Adventure to join us on both Pride Month and Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. What a perfect candidate.
Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you.
Hey, Boo Hill.
I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
The
Presenter
presents.
doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but
No
I have
shit.
no idea where old Odie got his Holy Grail from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any
Yeah,
miracle.
so it's giving like a lore dump of... Well, it's getting like a basic lore dump as to what the Holy Grail War means. Also, I just noticed the TVs in the background. Zenless?
And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort. How are they going to attract tourists?
Yeah,
if they don't have
tourists
any
are down. They need a...
events?
Tourists are down, so they need to invent like a death gate and get people back in.
Didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate, so someone gets caught in the crossfire.
Rest assured, everyone, these
I feel like that's the only reason why Boot Hill is here, is just to say that one line. Fantastic casting.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, Who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Penacone Superstar, the Soul Glad Festivity, our dear Trailblazer will be participating.
Oh!
Yay,
So,
us.
Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right.
But why is there two of them?
Miss Robin will
I only know about one of them.
also be a part of this war.
Well, as another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boothill will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so...
I wonder if all the
for now, it's
Penacona
the
people are
least I
just
could
going to be
do.
part of the
Looks
Holy
like
Grail
Mr.
War.
Boothill really has formed deep
It's like the
bonds
reason to
with
bring them all
folks in
back.
Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber, Archer, and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about.
But where's Lancer?
I wonder which heroic spirit will
Well,
end up
fuck him, I
accepting
guess.
a contract with the Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, and who will
Some
forge
good
a
art.
contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game.
Albert
Here's a
ate who.
reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. So keep an eye
Damn, really
out.
haven't gotten a Trailblaze Continuance in so long.
Now let's learn more about
It's been
Saber
since,
and Archer,
like,
our
what,
2
2.7?
heroic spirits from another world.
Oh, yes!
Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
Exactly right. The King of Knights'
But she already kind of slayed in her original outfit. What do you mean?
new outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains her iconic
Hoyoverse 100% told him to like put on a leg band or we won't accept her. The Colors who continues giving it a real update title and taking half of the double length of chairs. The only reason I have not been bashing like creativity in the events. I mean, I hope this Fate event is like worth both the wait
white
and
colors.
And her
actually it's not
iconic
worth the past
That's
events being dog
right.
shit.
It retains the nobility of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her
Oh, okay. I guess it explains because there's always like dudes in the background for her art. So it's like the left is Boot Hill, then it's like Aventurine Robin, and I think the guy went to the right is maybe us.
cloak are straight.
It all makes sense now.
The design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well,
She probably looks great.
いつでも出陣できます燃えかける騎士の魂よ
Why is the British lady speaking Japanese?
トライクエアクスカイバー聖剣解放
Damn.
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit.
Oh, she just straight doesn't have an ENVA. That is hilarious. Because between New Story Event, Fate Story, Fate Event, we're getting 2.5 patches. Past events being asked. 6 Steel Sabers is not excusable, though. Yep.
That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Oh, talk about fancy visuals.
Fake characters cannot speak English, it will kill them. But they've had Ian dubs.
Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food.
They may
is
not be the
very
greatest ones, but they speak English sometimes.
much to her liking.
That's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now,
Saber speaks English in the Fader Bridge. I know what you're talking about.
let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If
Any destruction
Saber has
unit.
enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack
It's
into
just
enhanced
called
basic
Excalibur.
attack. Her enhanced
Perfect.
basic attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the
Wonder
sum
how
of
often she
Saber's
could use her
energy and
enhanced.
the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the
Is she just Wind the Herda?
amount of energy she needs to use her
Oh
ultimate.
my god, she is the Wind the Herda because she gets energy for. Oh my god. What original character design?
Saber will immediately take action.
So if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right. Not
The Herda
only
with a
does
more
the sword
spammable
bear
ult.
the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
The other guy.
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest.
So you could see how ripped his body is. More ripped. More skin tight.
Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look, the sharp contrasts reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right. Director, show us the game footage already.
Hey, what are you doing with that?
悪くない代物だ火力3連カナドボルム I am the bone of my soul
Good.
Limited Blade Works
So that's Unlimited Blade.
I wish his face looked a little sharper in 3D. That's pretty much my only complaint.
Works? Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
I agree.
I am the bone of
Then
my
let's take a look at
gun.
Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill.
What?
And he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
That's funny.
The more times you use his skill consecutively,
It's
the
like
more
he uses
damage
his
Archer deals to
bows as
enemies. After
ammo.
all, everyone knows
Like, he
that a
treats his skill
dual-wielding
points as
fighter who
ammo.
Can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer. And using his ultimate, Archer will recite the
Unlimited
classic
blade
chant to activate
works.
Unlimited blade works, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy,
Yeah, fuck you in
Archer's ultimate
particular.
also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to
Or
use
you
his
can,
favorite
just give him
twin blades.
Sparkle.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have
A fairly
big news
simple
for
kid.
everyone. From when the collab event starts on July
Yeah,
11th and
babe.
until the end
The
of
boy
version
is free.
3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited
Appreciate a little bit of
5-star
Blade Works as a
collab
domain,
character
but the fact
Archer
he's
for
even here is
free.
so nice.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome!
I mean, Archer's definitely like the most iconic male character, I'd say. I was gonna say second most, but I'm just like, I think Rin might have him beat. But Archer definitely the most recognizable dude for sure.
We hope
Shoot him with
that
everything,
under
more, more,
protection,
more.
Every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark
He has to star
clouds and become
UBW.
a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion with the servants across this vast universe, will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
Also, so much for building up my Ching Chui.
How about that? The free new
that's
limited
fine.
5-star character
That's
mentioned during
fine.
the anniversary celebration is finally here as
The gambler
promised.
can go and gamble.
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free.
Oh, awesome!
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet. Besides claiming Archer for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Wow.
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters to level up after all.
All right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the collab starts on July
Yeah, it says like up to level 60, but you're still gonna have to like grind out like 40 plus more. It's a nice gesture, but you know.
11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star
Damn, that light cone
Light
for
Cone
Archer looks
Thankless
sick.
Coronation from Birth of
Very
a King,
cool.
and the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn from Red Radiance of Fuyuki.
What the hell is a Fuyuki? Anyway.
In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Does long term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones?
Exactly. These collab banners will run
Oh.
across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
Oh, nice!
And here's
Okay, I was low-key a little worried because I'm just like, oh shit, do I need to try to get like a bunch of characters on one patch? But knowing this is sticking around for probably up to 3.6, that's nice. Okay. Because I'm just like, I want Kevin, but I also want Saber, and I also want Sunday, and I also want Hysolins, but I think Sable will be
piece of
got at
news
some
for
point.
you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.
Let me just try out the... I just want to try out the blade bus before it becomes irrelevant, okay?
3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts after the collab event starts.
Oh, during any warp event and 3 points per total 200 star rope. And collaboration exclusive. I don't even know if I have 200. I'm already gonna spend a shit ton on Cypher just to try to get her.
That's when Trailblazers spend the designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star light cone, the hell where ideals burn.
Throughout all of version 3.4? In other words, after the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Phainon or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, yeah!
And now,
Just spend more so you can get something for free later. It's like losing the 50-50.
as the collab gets
And it's like
on,
Omega Hard
voice
Pity.
actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear their special messages.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカスメヤコです。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品にはどこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は、厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
I'm trying to... Did she also voice Saber in like the original Fate Stay Night anime? Because that's the case, she's been like voicing Saber for like almost 20 years. Which is really cool to think about. Then again, Goku's VA has been doing it for like 40, but still. Just knowing that your name is just attached to one character through like various like renditions of that character being shown off to people is pretty cool.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。崩壊スターレイルの世界でアーチャーが戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。
The animations are really good.
今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。
More than anything, I just want you to see Archer's Riz.
これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
By quite the master.
Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would love...
I wonder if the 3.4 story update is just going to be like a tad bit shorter because of this collab. I wonder.
I'd like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Nasu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate's Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Ah, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now,
Look at that. This is a little funny. We got confirmation that Nasu at least oversaw the production of the Fate Continuance story. How much were you betting somehow, some way Froggy found a way to fuck it up? I mean, I'm not sure what Nasu has done, like story-wise more with Fate other than him doing stuff for Fate Go. I don't know if he actually was part of the production for like the Fate Stay Night, UBW, whatever. But as far as I know, Nasu could also be a fraud. But I guess we'll find out later.
the Grail can load the simulated data of
But yeah, we got us versus Lancer, then yeah, Archer, Assassin. I guess Yanqing is a... Yeah, those archers have a lot of archers. Berserker Saber. And Caster Rider.
past striders through the user's memory.
Caster Cast, I don't want to watch that.
Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense V1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
I love round robin pools.
Beat your opponents.
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them. The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this holy
A somewhat in-depth combat event? No way.
Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get 3 command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Ah, yeah, they're called command spells.
Huh?
I thought they were like sigils or
I'm
something.
curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's... player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers
The Holy Grail being corrupted? No way.
increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buffing.
No
The
way.
corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate's Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Oh, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team
That's
cordially
good.
invites everyone watching to stay.
Yeah, because with the Fate collab, they're Hoyo's definitely gonna see like a new influx of players, specifically like Fate fans, or just like returning players that also really like Fate. So just then to be able to participate in the event is smart.
Tonight, experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome! So much content!
All right.
Yeah,
Big thanks again to
content.
our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
What's this supposed to reference? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, that's the end. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta watch that summoning Salvid. Ooh boy. Okay. So yeah, that looked pretty decent, not gonna lie. Plus game without equipment. Somebody during that Boohill said people die when they are killed, and that is straight up just a quote from Saber in the original fan we had. No, Boohill did say that, and I think that's the only reason why Boohill was at the desk, because it'd be like one of the most Boohill things to say. Yeah, hold on. I just wanna... I just kind of want to go back and look at some... I just want to... I just... Oh my god. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna... Sorry, turn the music off. We're going back in because goddamn... Kevin had like all the fucking sauce. God damn. He also has like a super unique playstyle as well. It turns out that's just a skill he can do. Ah, goddamn, dude. He looks so cool. He looks so cool, though. He looks so damn cool, but then they're just like, hey, in like the same, where is it? I'd be disappointed. Where is it? Where I think I skipped it. Yeah, it's in here.
Our character
Yeah, the same face. They have this beautiful man. They fucking slap Sunday in there, and like, I was thinking, hey, what's like one of the better supports I could give to Mighty? And it's Sunday. Man, it fucking sucks, dude. Because I'm thinking, like, okay, I can make a really banger Mighty team. I just need, obviously, Mighty, and then Sunday, Cypher, now that I know that Cypher controls where Mighty can go, and, like, a healer. So in this case, it'd be, like, Hua Hua. That's a banger team. That team sounds so good. But fucking... Why did Sunday have to appear with Kevin? My god. Thankfully, I don't care much about the Phase 2 stuff. And now knowing that Saber and Archer are going to be around for a while definitely makes trying to get Saber less stressful. Guys, hey, I also need to get a damn Hysolid because she is Dot's last hope. You have to farm. Have to farm. What do you have to farm fight in? Aura. Okay, yeah, I just kind of wanted to see that again. Don't mind me. God damn. But yeah, 3.4 is looking pretty all right. Pretty all right. I know last time I predicted that 3.3 is probably going to be good, just because of Aquila and just seeing how story is actually like ramping up. And now with 3.4, we're definitely going to be seeing like an end of the world scenario. And probably the end is going to like do a cliffhanger of just like, oh, the world's resetting, teehee. Or something, I don't know. And the Fate stuff looks really fun. I am definitely looking forward to that. I'm not sure how events went as far as stuff in Impact 3rd went. Not sure if it's like of the same depth and quality as the one we see for this. It's definitely a lot better than Genshin's event, let's put it that way. The last time, well, I think the only time Genshin's done a collab was Aloy, and that turned out great. People love that one. Yeah, I hope this collab is successful. Hope people are really like it, because I like to see HSR try out more stuff, collab with more people, so we can see how they work in Star Rail and just like what they can bring. Because as much as I want to clown on Star Rail nowadays with its, you know, very repetitive game design, definitely having new characters that are just like in the game would just make for a more enjoyable playing experience. And also just seeing like what other people can bring to the table as far as like what they want to do with the game, you know? That's why I want this collab to succeed. And it probably will anyway, because it's goddamn Fate. And it's still really funny that Saber and Archer have no English VA. They do not exist. They have never been in English, ever. Not once. Not once at all. But yeah, I think that'll do it for me ragging to 3.4. It has looked pretty promising, looks pretty good, I'd say. But obviously we won't know how good it is until we actually get our hands on it. So let me know what you think about the update. Be really cool to talk about it. And I'd say that'll be all from me. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Whether you watched, if you want to see, I keep doing my stream outro. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more future, check me out on my social link. That'd be YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or Blue Sky. All at Firo McNosky. With all that being said, have a good morning, day, evening, or night. Be excellent to each other, and be excellent to yourselves. Peace out.